Hello! I think we're live again. Just getting the jukebox set up. Surprisingly, I don't think we have any errors as of yet. Is it working? Is it going to work today? Let's have a look and see. Yep, I think the stream is working. First time, for the first time, literally, in like a week. So I think that's progress. I think that's good enough progress for me. So welcome back. We unfortunately we couldn't do our second survival horror stream last Friday because of this streaming problem on the PS4. Thankfully now though it's kind of sorted. So I just have to keep retrying if it doesn't work. I've got a cat here, by the way, if you see me stretching my arm here. If he's going to sit down and behave. No, I don't think he's going to behave. Right, where are you going? Naywatch doesn't stand on my PlayStation. You just sit here. That's it, you just sit here. He's kind of like half asleep, but at the same time he's half active. Anyway, so I was saying that the last scene we did last Thursday was the kitchen scene. And then on Friday I was going to do the conference offices, which I didn't get around to. And I was going to try and do them off stream, but it didn't happen. I just didn't have the time to do it. So we're going to do what we were going to do last Friday. We're going to do the conference rooms. And then if there's time we could maybe create the freezer in here. And then it leaves tomorrow. It means we can pretty much finish off this entire building, this second building tomorrow already. That fast, I know. So it means by next week we can start the third and final rooms of the hospital. So I'm quite looking forward to that. Hey Isaac, welcome back. Ahoy matey. Hello Future Cloud, welcome back. I'm here. Let's crash the stream. I know. We haven't had any crashes since that day, so that could be true. Hey Joe Rob, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hey, where you going? Hey, watch, he doesn't turn this PlayStation off. He's trying to sleep on top of the PlayStation. That is a no-go for me. So much spaghetti sauce. I know what they like. He's trying to sleep on the PlayStation. I'm kind of worried he turns it off. Just give me a second. Rascal here. What are you doing? Why can't you just sleep? Just sleep here. You're not going on the PlayStation. I don't know why cats, they love to sleep on places that are like really inappropriate. You know, it's like you've got like this full comfy area, but then there's this one area that has like a laptop or something, and they have to sit on the laptop. They can't sit on any of the nice other places, always the laptop. Infuriating. Oh, Small Who Man, you're on time this time, perfect. Fire Cat, I know, I had to make a cameo slightly earlier today. I think like this room, the dimensions, it kind of fits like a conference room, because you can kind of imagine this as like a big long conference like table with chairs around. We remove this stuff, just put like a TV up on the wall, maybe some pictures, some windows. I think we've got this one already. So I've already renamed this one, so it's already saved. So we just have to do our usual and delete what's necessary. All our burnt burgers, of course. Who doesn't love a black burnt burger? I know, I do. Right, so let me get rid of some of this stuff. We'll probably need a new door. I mean, we could probably use a bigger one of those for the conference room, just in case they want to write some stuff down. Let me get rid of most of this stuff because we won't actually need it. There we go. Right, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to this monstrosity if we can. It's looking quite good so far. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to finishing this. I think within like the next couple of weeks we should probably finish all of the hospital. And then all that's left to do is the the underground lab, which I don't think will take us that long because it's not a massive area. Like, it's got some unique areas, of course, which will take us some time to get right, but I think overall it's an area that we should finish quite quickly, I think. Then it means we can get into the streams where we just go back over everything we've made, add extra details, add in some gameplay, things like that. So we're slowly getting there, I think. Okay. So now, as always, let's find some assets that we can use for the office. Cats like heat, yeah, no doubt. That PlayStation is burning up right now. I kind of like burnt burgers for some reason. I know, Isaac, you love all the crazy stuff. Burnt burgers, just eating an onion like an apple, a garlic like an apple as well. I know, Small Who Man, what's he like? Not like pitch black patties, but somewhat blackened ones are good. What you like the crispiness, maybe? Little pieces here and there. Cat is going crazy in the background. He is. He was like running. He was running all over the place, I think. Which is not good because the PlayStation 4 is quite sensitive. Like, if you just like brush against the power button, it turns off. So I'd rather avoid that, you know. When I do the collab with R8, that track needs to be in the jukebox. Oh, okay. Which jukebox in particular are you thinking about? Isaac's ideal meal would be a raw onion, a pitch black crusty burger, and some ketchup. Oof. Don't forget all the... Probably likes like seaweed and stuff as well, I bet. Right. I don't know why this one... Is this like another quiet one? It is, look. This one takes forever. See, if you do a collaboration with R8, don't start your tracks so quiet that you can't hear them for like 30 seconds. Because, I mean, even if you're wearing headphones, even then you barely hear them. So make sure you start the track off and we can actually hear what the hell's going on. Depends on how the collab turns out, but probably in the subject jukebox. Okay, just don't make it 33% gameplay, and don't make it last like 50 minutes, and we should be okay. Dude, you forgot about the garlic, Small. I know, you got to get that combination, all that trash together. And once you make Isaac's burger, right, you need to throw it in the bin, in the trash bag, tie it up, rattle it around a little bit, and then take it out. Good to go. Yeah, make it 34% instead of 33. Yeah, it'll never enter. No way. Oh, my bad. 32% in 1 hour. Oh, you're just going to lose because I'm not going to use it, and then it'll be all your fault. Right. So what can we find? Has anyone actually labelled anything for a conference room? No. Oh, but as always, there's always a music track for what we're looking for. Right, I think we'll just find it in office things because it's technically an office, it's just like a big office. Used to be easy to find these kind of tables, but now it's really difficult because there's like a million different tables to look for. So as always, we're here again, searching through the same tables as before, but this time in the hope that we find another one. What? That's all the office tables you have? Don't even joke with me. That's crazy. Means I'm just going to have to make it really general and call it a table. God knows what we'll find in here. A table. But too many tables. See, I want something like it's longer. Excuse me. But obviously it looks more like an office table. Not like a bench, not like a kitchen table. See, it's like kind of like that, but obviously not for dining. Well, we'll find it. We'll find it. It's not quite. See, I did find one of these before, but it was so long ago. You know, it's something like just a double table like that. You know, but it has to look good. It has to look like an office table. You know, it can't just be a really rustic table. It needs to look a bit nicer. I might just need to search office on its own and then see if we can find like a collection. That's a weird table. I could use that for a puzzle, no doubt. Right, I think I'm just going to put in office and then look for the collections. Please, office collection. Please have a good table. Desks and tables. What have you got for me? You've got a long table, but it's like really basic. That's it. That's it. Let me see. Noir office. Nope. Again, no long table. There must be one somewhere, surely. Nah, all these supplies, they're mostly like really basic. Oh well, guess I'm going to have to make this one myself at some point. Would it be in supplies even though it's a table? Yes, there's a table, but not a big table. Is there anything else we can use whilst we're here? So we can probably get the lights, I think. Maybe use something like this. Maybe. And then I don't know if we would have a ceiling fan, but I guess it doesn't hurt just to put it down for now. Because you're not, the camera angles are probably not even going to be. What the hell? Who puts a block in their creations? Like they forgot to delete it or something. We might not even see the ceiling just because of the camera angles, so this might not actually be much of a priority right now. But I'll put it there anyway. So we need to find, maybe we could use like that little laptop could be on the table. It's already got some details. It's not the most detailed laptop itself, but I'm sure I can find better ones. Then we can probably find like, I don't know if we would have papers and pens and stuff. I think I'm just going to have to concede and go with the really basic long table, even though it kind of sucks, but whatever. Until we find a better one, we'll use this one. But it's I'm going to have to modify it because it's really thin. Can you imagine people around this table? You must be like tiny. How did he get out here again? I don't understand how he always manages to escape. I'll put him in there. So you can see like this table, it's like he can stand on that table. You know, so like office tables, they should really be a lot wider. So I think I'm going to have to like duplicate it, make it a bit bigger, duplicate it, delete the legs on the middle part. Hopefully we can make a bigger one. By the way, Ari collabed with PG twice, and one of the collabs is 15 minutes long. Yeah, I think you mentioned like you did a collab with someone else as well, didn't you? You told me something about that, but it was like a really long, high thermal thing. Try counter. A counter maybe. Let me just get this. I think this would look quite good for a floor. I don't know why it's got like all these stupid parts. Is this for people that break their floors? I just wanted this part, you know. put it like that. Just make it so large. I think that looks good for a floor, doesn't it? I mean, the floorboards are a little big. See how small we can get the floor. I think that looks kind of okay for a floor. But if we get rid of that stupid stuff on the side, look, more stupid stuff comes on that side. I don't even understand why the person did this. I'm gonna like just get rid of it just now, right? We'll just use the, in fact, I'll just go back. We'll just use the original floor size, right? And then I'll shrink it down later. So, for one of the first times in this stream, we've actually got a floor from the beginning, or just a floor period. So at least that sets the mood a little bit better this time around. So we've got a crappy little table, we've got some lights which we may not see, we've got a laptop for the table. Let me check to see if the counter's there. I'm sure I tried counter before, but I was having kind of problems with it. Remember we did like the counter for the store and we didn't really find much. So let me see, what kind of door are we going to go for, just whilst we're here. I think that's the only doors they've got. Right, so maybe just go with this one. What else? Just going to have a quick look at this collection. See if there's anything we could grab. I think everything's kind of good so far. Since this is like a big fancy conference room though, like we don't want to use these kind of office chairs, we want to use something a bit more fancy. So let me check for, well, that floor's good as well, isn't it? Since we collected the floor, I don't know if this one looks better. I think we'll keep this one. I like the texture on this one. But the doors... Future Samurai, yeah, that's totally who that is. Right, let me see. Counter. Someone has actually made a nice wee counter here. This was not here before, so I think some people have added some new stuff. This was the counter we used for the store. I don't know why there was like a big top hat on it for some reason. But it doesn't really look like we're going to find much. Considering it is a table we're looking for, you know. I don't think we're going to find anything. I'll probably find it off stream. I'll have a good look for more assets. So I'll see if we can find some fancy chairs. I'll put an office chair first. See what comes up. No office chair is red. Don't be ridiculous. See, these are all basic chairs. Where's the fancy chairs? You know, those proper corporate chairs. Could use that, just like change it, make it all black. I just wanted to, like, you know, those big fancy leather chairs. I mean, those chairs could work as well, I guess. They look quite modern. Let me see if there's any more. Like proper nice chairs. Expensive. This is the corporate world we're talking about here. They'll do nothing less. I'll just go with this one for just now. It's I think it looks nice enough to be put in a nice office. I don't know, probably PG and JD. Genesis Nova, 22% in 2 timelines. Were you talking about that? It was the one you told me about yesterday, or the day before, when we were making the jukebox for the Super Alien Buddy 2. You mentioned that there was a collaboration, but it was like really high thermal. Feels great on the eyes. I don't have to look at the Bondolore of the studio lighting. The Bond colour, the bland colour. Yeah, I feel like you do this on purpose. Just to get me to read 3 separate comments. Alright, so yeah. At least we found a good floor. It took us this long, it took us half a year to finally put down a floor. But it's happened. Hey Alpha Werewolf! I see you've swapped roles with Small Who-Man today. What have I missed? You've basically missed us finding this scrumptious floor. We found a little door, a laptop, an office chair, some lights, maybe a fan if we use it. Depends if the camera can see it. So we're making like a big sort of conference room. And then I'll remix it and I'll make another one that's smaller. So there's 2 different rooms you can go into. A beautiful table and floorboards, that's it. Spravad and Genius Nova are the only 2 collabs I mentioned yesterday, I think. Yeah, it must be one of those. It's my stupid autocorrect. Your autocorrect is even more stupid than all of ours combined, it would seem. Nice, yeah. So what else do we need? Let's see if we can find a nice TV. TV, please. Oh, how creepy is that? The clown is in the TV. He's in the TV. Well, that's nice. I think I'm just going to use like a flat screen, you know. So I need to think. This conference room. I think I'm going to make it like you have to enter it from. I don't know if I should do it on this side or this side. Either one of these sides. That's where the door's going to be. Maybe I'll make it over. I'll make it. Oh. I'll make it over this way. Put it down there, I think. Alright, so that's roughly where the door's going to be. So make it like that. Let me see the size of this door. It's alright, probably could be a bit bigger. Maybe not that big, but... Alright, I see what I did. I accidentally made the door too low. It should be like that. Alright, that's a bit better then. So if you're... The other side of here is basically the corridor. So in the second building, imagine on the first floor, that's where you enter. And then you come through a door here, and that's where you get into the cafeteria. And then beyond that is the kitchen and the freezer. When you go upstairs, there'll be like stairs that you can go up. This will be on the second floor, so this will be like at the end of the corridor. And then there's probably going to be like another on the side here. So I'll probably put the windows like across this way. And then for the other conference room, I'll put the windows on this side. And there's going to be like a couple of little labs down here. Very small ones. Just to do some testing. So, let's see if we can find any more portraits. We used some of these before, but I'm trying to find like a variety of them, to be honest. Maybe would you put a horse in your meeting rooms? You know. Let me see if I can just search for like paintings, because they don't really need to be people's faces. They could just be normal paintings. Just not that one. I think that one's a bit too much. So we could use stuff like that, which basically looks like a back to man screenshot. That would be so cool if you could just take screenshots, even if you can't use the camera. Take screenshots and then place your pictures in the environment. I think that would be so cool. would definitely help with, you know, making paintings and things like that. So we can probably use that one. Maybe too colourful. Whoa, what's that? Well, that looks strange, but it could work. We've got this one as well. I don't know if we already used this one when we were in the downstairs, the records for the hospital. Again, I don't really know if you're going to see both sides, because when you come in the door, the camera might be like this, and then it might be like this, so you might never see this side of the wall. But I'll try and find as much as I can, to be honest. Maybe I'll just put everything here anyway, because like I said, if I was going to put windows on that side, then obviously we won't have paintings, so paintings are probably going to be more on this side of the wall. And then we'll probably put the TV on the far side, I think. So we'll shove that up there. These guys are rich, they've got a massive TV. So let me see, compared to him, how big is that TV? I think it looks like a good size for their wee conference calls, don't you think? It's got fuzz on it though, I'll probably need to paint that off. Don't want it to seem like it's kind of half on. It'd be so cool if I could actually animate something on the TV, but I don't know how I could do that without the detail being quite bad. Hey Swigfo! Hey, what's wrong with the default floor cube you get when you start a new dream? Nothing, to be honest. It's these other guys that are causing the problems. So this is my default one, because it's got a darker colour. But hey, we found a floor, so it definitely adds a bit more vibrancy to the scene. So we've got the floor, we've got the paintings. I think it's looking nice. John, Jerry, Steve to conference room 4. I should probably do that, actually. Maybe I could name one of the executives John, one of them Jerry, one of them Steve. Kinda like what Small Who Man did with his level, but he accidentally forgot to use one of the names in his little, for his little survivors. Oh no, is he in trouble? Oh, I know. Where's this document? I wanted this document by Friday. John, Jerry, Steve. Where is it? It's like my leg ate it, I swear. Hey Damien, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you get famous. Wow, that's a lot of pressure, but yeah, we're talking about it today, about how we can start to find ways to raise funds for the channel. That way we can definitely improve the streams. We could even increase the durations of the streams, which ultimately means we can create more games more frequently, which I think is what everybody wants, right? But yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens over the next few years. That screenshot idea would be great for HUD and inventory menus too. They need to implement that ASAP. Yeah, maybe we could check on the indreams.me forum or whatever it's called, the feedback forums, and we could suggest it if it's not already been suggested before. Because I think that would be a really handy feature, because like there's no way I could paint that, you know? Whereas if I was to do like maybe this, I would prefer to make it physically, take a picture, put it on, just like Little Big Planet. And I doubt they're going to use the camera, because they already have problems with people abusing the music. So if they allow you to use the PlayStation camera to import pictures, people might import really crazy stuff, which could also get moderated. But if you want the ultimate game, we need to be able to take screenshots in the game and place them in the level. Because Little Big Planet 3, even on the PS4, it let you import your HD screenshots into the level. There's a lot of thermal, but it worked. And you can still use the PlayStation camera, so it definitely gives you a lot more options, you know. It's Especially if you want to put yourself in the game. From a realistic point of view, that would be quite cool. You should put a painting that isn't visible to the camera, and right, you shouldn't be able to see this on it, I don't know, until like the camera glitches or something. It's just a picture of John Jerry Steve, like. By the way, I recommend not monetizing the streams in which the current song is playing. Do you think it will still get noticed? Because I don't get any copyright strikes for the streams. All the music in this game seems to be fine. Maybe because it was made in Dreams, it's not so noticeable if it's based on a real song. So I've never been monetized for these ones. I only get monetized for the play streams because they're like really obvious tracks that have been imported outside of Dreams. So as long as they've been made inside Dreams, I think they can just get away with it. The No More Heroes remake. It's a remake, so I don't know how to judge this, but the original artist, Aviators, has no problem with people using his music as long as it's not monetized. No More Heroes? Is that the game that was on the Wii? To be honest, like, if it's a video game music, then normally they turn a blind eye to people using it, so hopefully we get away with it. But with monetization, I wouldn't know if you could keep this remake in the jukebox. I guess. Because technically I'm not making money from his music, because the music is just the background, it's not really the point of the stream. But I'm sure if he ever said something to me, then I would just remove it, and I'd be like, sorry. It was made in Dreams, you know. It's technically a cover version. It's not an original version, right? That's my loophole. Imagine wrapping a screenshot over a sphere so you can take a picture of someone's face, wrap it around a head shade, and voila, a hyper-realistic human model. There, sadly, wrapping textures is something that Dreams will probably never do. Sadly. No. No More Heroes is an original song by Aviators. Alright, I've got no idea. I'll need to listen to the song and see how close it sounds to this version. If it's not so close and it's just a cover version, I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it. Right, so let me see if I can. The room's probably not going to be as wide as this. I just kind of kept it this wide because that was like the size of the kitchen. But I don't want to make the conference room like, you know, bigger than it has to be. So let me just put some of these tables down. I'm going to have to make, until I find a better table, this is just going to have to do for now. I mean, do you think I could, like, let me search one last time, just for all the long tables. Nah, it's just all the same stuff we were finding before. Or a curved table. Nope. A round table. Again, it's just all the same stuff. I really did find a really good conference looking table. I just don't remember what it's called. I probably should have bookmarked it for future reference. I guess I just assumed it would always be there, you know. So let me see. So make that a bit bigger. Put the chairs down. Let's see. Put him over here. So the chair itself is huge. Excuse me. I'll delete this middle part as well, obviously. But let me just see if this. Try and make a good size. I guess that's okay. There I am trying to scope in, and it's a bloody nightmare. Right, so I'll try and delete the legs. I think the legs are all together in one sculpt. Let me see if I can just delete them manually. Hold on. I hate this kind of way of deleting things. It's always a pain. That'll do. It's not perfect, but I think that'll be slightly better, although it's still not ideal, obviously. Oh. Yeah, you can still see the bit on the floor. So I mean, like, is that a good size for a conference table? I feel like it could be a bit wider. Let me see, I'll put the laptop down. So just to see how wide it is. So if there's someone with their laptop there, another guy here. I mean, it's an alright size, you know, it's not too bad. Imagine you're running around with this character, and that's the size of the table. If I do a camera angle like that, you could probably disguise, because if you look at it like this, it looks really narrow, but if you put the camera like that, it actually looks quite wide. So we can probably like trick people with some illusions. But now I need to make it longer. So let me just put on the classic jukebox now. There we go, some Silent Hill tracks for you. Say hello, John Jerry Steve. You might have a portrait of yourself one day. That's what I should do as well, like even the areas that are off camera, I should just put like John Jerry Steve just standing there watching you. So it's like the whole game, every area that you couldn't see, every corner that the camera didn't face, John Jerry Steve was with you, the whole adventure. Maybe that would be a good little Easter egg that only you guys know about. I don't know, doesn't Project Genesis monetize his streams? No idea, but I guess he probably would. Well friends, I'm going to go. A friend wants to chat. See y'all later, and good stream, LBA. Okay. See you later, Panic Man. I mean Alpha Werewolf. Nice to see you again. Hopefully see you tomorrow. So let's see if I can get the state of that. Why are these off-grid? Look how ugly that looks. Ugh. See, I was going to make it a bit wider. Look at that. Look what's going on here. How do you reset it so like everything's on like the same grid? I do it like that, and then I don't know. Sometimes I don't know how the grid in this game bloody works. So I know you can press triangle to align it to the grid, but you can also press L1 and triangle to make that the new grid, can't you? So when I use this, it should line up with that grid. But I don't know. It's a bit weird, don't you think? Because I mean, look at that. That does not line up properly. I don't get it. I hate the grid in this game. I hate the grid. Because look, if I put that together, why is it like that? Like, I put them on the same grid, and they don't go straight. Sucks, man. I'm going to fix this. Hold on. I'm going to get rid of those stupid things. Dog song. See what I need to do. Just to get a nice looking table. Right, I'm just going to go old school here. not getting the table that I want, so I'm just going to have to make it myself. Oh. Line up with the lines in the floor. That's proper old school. Now that's kind of lined up with the floor now. See? Kind of. It's still not perfect. Dog Zong. Emperor Zong. I'll do that. I'll just try and disguise it, you know? Just try and disguise it. What the hell? When you flip it, it just goes weird. What the hell's going on here? This game sometimes, honest to God. I hate this. Finally it flips without rotating, but then look at that. It's just like the worst thing I've ever had to deal with. It's probably like a really easy way to fix this, but I do not know the way. Right, and then I can put those together, and then I'll line them up again, maybe. That's how I used to line things up in LBP when I didn't use the grid. It was like, just try to like look at stuff, you know, and be like, it kind of fits, you know. Such a repetitive way of doing things, but just leave it like that, right? So let me just group these monstrosities together, and then we can just duplicate them. So even when you duplicate them, sometimes they're wonky. I feel like it's slightly off. Like I could maybe turn it a little bit. I always forget which stick does the rotation. See, it was like 1 degree off, wasn't it? There you go. Right, so I think that's a okay length for the table. I'll just like fill this gap up with oh, what, you kidding me on? Look at that! I just fixed that and it already undone itself. Right, you'll know this table was put together really, really bad. Look at that, it doesn't even line up anymore. Even both sides are off, look. What's going on? I don't understand. Oh well, it's a minor detail. It's a minor problem. We're just going to have to deal with it, right? No one's going to notice. No one's going to notice, right? Hey Cugsley, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. Good afternoon to you too. We're both stressing about the damn grid right now. Grid is not fire. I know. I hate the grid. I hate it. It's so simple in LBP because you can just do the grid. It's all the same. In Dreams, every object has a different grid, and then you try and line it up, and then God, I really need to know how to use the grid properly. Normally I get away with it, but today, not so much. I'm having to use like the lines on the floor to see if it's straight, you know. Sometimes your eyes, see like there, this side. Ah, never mind. Never mind. So I'll probably make this room a bit smaller, I think. So we'll put one of the chairs. Not you! Right, the chair kind of flips around, so it's not very reliable. So we need to make that slightly smaller. Just to fit underneath. Just a bit more for your legs, you know, don't forget John Jerry Steve's leg. You kind of need some space. Right, so I'll just use these. Place them around. Let's see how many we're going to have. I think that's almost good, right? That'll do. Then I'll just duplicate these ones to the other side. They don't like to look at each other. Okay, so we'll change how all these are. I'll put some on the floor. Maybe one's on the table. You know, someone used a chair to attack a zombie or something. Right, hold on, I need to put this volume up a little bit more. It's a bit... maybe 5. Okay. And then I'll bring everything else in. So let me change the grid. Bring everything in, and then it's hopefully it's more compact. Just kind of going on looks here to see if that's like the same size on both sides. Is that the same size? Roughly that's the same size. Then I'll bring, maybe put this on the other side here. This can be the reboard that they use. Bring the TV forward. Same with the lights. Paintings too. Let's bring this forward. Try and make sure it's equal distance on both sides. Kind of. Oh, look at that TV. Why are you doing this to me? There you go. See, some things straighten up perfectly. Some other things are just a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'll just put it there for now. So we've got a more condensed, conference room now. And we'll make like a board that we can just stick on the wall, I guess. Let me see. How big is the board? Maybe make it bigger, like that. And then across this side we'll put windows. Right now we found a window for in the hospital, which was quite nice. I probably won't find it again until I go back and reference it from that scene. But I was going to try and put some kind of window, not cheap windows like this. That's like proper old school LBP windows, and certainly not these, unless we change it to like fire and devastation. I don't know if these windows might be okay. They look quite cool with the blinds and things. Maybe we could put some up like this. They've actually boarded up some of the windows, but I'm sure I can make some of the boards myself. Yeah, I think that was the one we used for the hospital, but I think that's more appropriate for the hospital. You're not actually going to be able to see outside the windows. It's just going to be all black. It's just an illusion. So let me see what this one looks like. 69 thermal. Love it. Is it just me, or does this look worse than it actually did in the preview? I could have sworn it looked a bit better. Right, there was another one over here, but it's animated. It looks like the same thing, more or less, just that it's got a bit here that you can adjust the blinds with. I'll leave that then. I don't know what other windows I could use. I mean, they look kind of okay, but look at that. That's good for a survival horror game. These blinds could be alright. I mean, I suppose they kind of work. We could even put these blinds where the paintings are not. Don't know, I just hate making windows and these kind of things. Like if I put like maybe move these over, put an extra set of blinds here or something. I don't know. Just kind of going with the flow here. Because if I put them smaller, I don't know. I'm not such a fan of these blinds, either of them. Because I kind of wanted it so that it was like one big long window, you know. But I don't know. Put it here for now. It's kind of equal on the sides, which is quite nice. I'll do that for now. I'm not like super happy with it, but I think it kind of looks okay, just okay, you know. Oh, one of the chairs has just decided that it's had enough. Come on, you, get over there. There you go. Crisis averted. Very good catchphrase. Right, so I'll put some of these down, some of these paintings. I was going to do them all straight, but normally like modern day art, it's always like this. They always have them on like different angles, don't they? I don't know what else we'll have, maybe like a plant or something. Could put a plant here, or I don't know if they would have like a wee... Remember we made the coffee station? God, if I need to make that same coffee station again, I'm going to kill myself. Let me see if I put these in a bit further, will they look half decent, or... So I'm going to have to do that orange, because that looks a bit stupid. I don't know if I can though. I feel like the whole object is like its own thing. Put it like that, just delete what I can. There's that other really fiddly stuff you need to do just to get bloody stuff working. Where was the thing I'd used? Where the hell was it? God damn it, I can't even find it anymore. Technically it should be here, the thing I just used to delete all that stuff. Where the hell is it? I'm just going to do this. There we go. Not even sure if I'm going to use this, but God. Right, I don't know if that looks good, but I don't think so. But the idea is that there's going to be like a... You can sort of see through into the conference room, and then we'll have our little paintings here. And then I don't know if we'll have like a plant or something, or a wee coffee station over here, or I don't know. But I think this is looking okay for me personally. I don't even know if I'm going to use this light, but I think that looks good, alright, for now, you know. I'll probably look for better laptops, and let me do that quickly now just to see if there is a better one to choose from. But first, let me go back to our other jukebox, so the Resident Evil 3 jukebox. Classic Resident Evil 3. Let me just put the sound up a little bit, just a little bit. Right. So let's search for more laptops. What you could do is align the first section of the table to the grid, pre-duplicate. That way you can properly flip it without worrying about realignment. I honestly, I swear I did that and it didn't work. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sometimes the grid is really fickle for me for some reason. So let's see if we can find some kind of laptop. Yeah, these laptops are... What, he has a laptop for a head. Why do people always put things on people's heads? I mean, what laptop do we go for? There's so much to choose from. Apparently not. It's a work in progress laptop. You still do all the keys, probably. So I don't really need to get one with the screen on because I can easily do that myself. An optimized MacBook. Let's see if that looks any good. See, look, I took this out into the scene and it's already wonky. Why? Why? You know? I don't understand. Right. It's a bit more boxy. I don't know about you, but I like laptops that are more widescreen. Like this has slightly more of a widescreen, this is more boxy. Let me see what the other one looked like. God, is this laptop huge? It is. It is. Why have we got numbers over here though? What the hell is this? Is this like a brand or something? He's copied all the keys and stuff, but we don't need that. Oh, there's a big red button. I wonder what that does. Right, so that's another laptop. It can't hurt to use a million different laptops, right? I mean, people use lots of laptops all the time, right? The chairs are going mental. Alright, so at least these have keys on them. This is more widescreen than this one. I don't see any laptops that are closed though. Do you? What does this one look like? Oh, it's kind of beige. But it's a bit wonky as well. You know what? I'm just going to delete it. We'll just get rid of this one, just because the detail's not as good. I mean, we could probably use this one for like the background, maybe. See, this was like 5 degrees off. Why? Why? Right, that can just be used as like a decoration. This will be the actual laptop that you need to use. I don't know what you'll read on it, but there'll be something important. And maybe you'll be like, oh, there's a big red button in the middle. I wonder what it does. Push the button. Yes. Oh, and then the painting. opens up. Oh, there's something behind the painting. Oh, nice, interesting. Who would have thought it? Why is this so wonky? My god. Look at that. It's like it just does not want to line up properly. Right, we'll leave it like that for now, I think. It's weird, it's like it doesn't just tilt in one direction, it tilts in like 5 different directions. God, that was an absolute nightmare. Whoever made this laptop, I hate you. Right, that's good enough. It's a huge laptop for a huge guy, right? Let's go to the laptops. We could maybe get like a conference phone, I don't know. Let me see. Something like a desk phone. No one's made a desk phone. I mean, I've just got to search for phone and just find mobile phones. Look at the state of that. Right, that. Luckily, we kind of found something we were looking for relatively easily. John, Jerry, Steve, conference room 4, please. Right, I'll put that there for now. I mean, the phone could technically ring at some point. It's John, Jerry, Steve. Like, have you seen my leg lotion? I think I left it in the conference room before I left. So I don't know if you're going to interact with the phone. I left it there for now just in case, but if you don't, I'll move it like to the middle or something. So I think it looks kind of okay, right? So you come in from this side. Let me just get another copy of this door. Oh, it's inside here. That's kind of what it's going to look like. You're going to come across the door here, through the corridor, and then we'll have the other set of blinds, which I hate. And then the roof, come through here. Here's the wee conference room. We get some crap scribbled on here. Maybe it could have like a code or something, some kind of thing you need to memorize here that you can use somewhere else. Maybe I'll use the red button on this laptop for something interesting. Does seem weird, like who has a red button on a laptop? Like, what is this for? Does anybody know what that button's for? I don't know, it just seems kind of strange to me. I'll probably move it because it's very odd the way that it's positioned. I'll maybe move the red button to like here or something. It is a weird puzzle, but I think in these survival horror games you need to have a bit of weird stuff going on, you know? And maybe one of the paintings will go like and then you'll get something inside the painting. The TV's probably just there for show. I don't think you'll actually use anything. We always search for plants, but are we actually going to find something that's good for the office? Just put plant in. Oh, look at that. That's terrifying. It's like John, Jerry, Steve's late uncle. Can we find like a fern or something? Did somebody make a fern? Fern the frog. Is this like the brand new... a brand new character? Right, so someone's made a fern, but it's not planted, unfortunately. That's what I always see in offices, isn't it? It's just ferns, for some weird reason. Wait, this one's coming out the ground. Let's just put like a big giant palm tree in the office. These guys were crazy. The maiden hair Bovaretta fern. Jeez, hard to find anything that's actually already in a pot. Right, let me just grab one of them. One that's not so crazy. We'll find a plant pot for that. Plant pot. It needs to look fancy, it needs to look nice for the office. A tobacco plant pot. So I don't want to use stuff like that just in case I get moderated. Weed. We don't want to put that in because even if I remix it to make it something completely different, it's still always going to be called weed. Where's a nice plant pot? Maybe something like that. But it says pot plant. If it says pot, people might think that's, you know, that kind of pot. Fine. We'll go for it. This actually looks alright. I could probably just use this instead. Isn't that just lovely? Hmm? There you go. Adds a bit more character to the office, wouldn't you say? Whether I put it on these sides, I don't think so. See, that looks alright. You come into the conference room. Oh, look how lovely this place looks. It looks so nice. I love this conference room. So I think this one is kind of done for now, I think. I think you'll maybe agree. Hello Kaneki, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. This conference room is looking nice indeed, Small. Yeah, we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. I'm just not happy with these blinds. I feel like I need to find something that's a bit... It's still that wide, but not as chunky. You know, like these. I'm just too lazy to actually edit it. Can we find better blinds? I think I found the blinds by accident. Let me see. Oof! Yeah, that was the one that didn't look good, did it? I think I used these blinds before once. And they go a bit crazy. Maybe those blinds... Oh, look at that! That's kind of what I was looking for. Like a big window. And it's a closed window. A realistic window with blinds. Okay. But these are like... I think that looks better from the outside. Because the blinds are on this side. I don't know, I think they should be on the other side, should they not? I'll find some good blinds, that's my mission now. Look, and there's always more songs for what we're looking for. Right, let me look at this one, let me see, is it good? Huge, but looks good. I mean, it's really, I could cover it like that, like, instead of using these blinds, I can still use the frame, but then I could just cover the blinds like that. Or I could just cover everything and just be like, that's it, you know. Just means you wouldn't see outside, you know. I did something like that. I don't know what's better. What do you think, with or without? Because I do like these ones. You're not going to see outside anyway, it's just going to be black, to be honest. I don't know. I'll keep them there, just so we don't lose them. And then I've got these blinds as well, which could be good. Let me see how this looks if I shrink it down and use them here. Because I think that, for me, see when I shrink it down, the blinds are like really tiny, you know? I don't know. I feel they're better quality blinds than these ones, so let's maybe try these ones out. Go with that maybe. Maybe that looks better to put there. These ones, I don't know, should I use this? So many decisions to make, so many decisions. Which side is which? I think it's this side is the front. So we have a choice of this one. Just resize it a bit. That's kind of what we've got. We've got a choice. Do we use these ones and then just do them individually like that? So like some of the blinds are open, some of them are closed. Maybe that could create like a nice effect, you know? So you've got some windows that are closed, but then the ones that are open, the light kind of shines through. Maybe it adds a bit more dynamic lighting to the scene. Could be good. Let's see if I can get it. So I'll just like build these across for now, right? And then I'll delete like a couple of them. Like that. So like imagine like, I don't know, these two, the blinds are open. So there'll be a window here and the light will come through here, it will also come through here, but it will be blocked on these ones. I think that could be a decent idea, but I'll keep the long ones there, just in case we change our minds. And I'll find a better window, unless I can delete these blinds like that. Nemesis is coming. He's looking for his dog tune. So like that, so like get blinds here. I'll put like the top blind up there, and then the windows will have like sunlight coming through. But obviously I'll stretch the windows out to make them bigger. Maybe it's better, I don't know. Just try to experiment a bit. Look at that door. When you go close it's fine. You zoom out, it looks awful. Look at that. You can actually see through it. I think I'm going to have to move out a wee bit more just to solve that problem. Yeah. Okay, so I mean this looks pretty good for me. Does anyone have any other suggestions for what we could add? Because we could add like some stationery, some papers. Maybe there might be some things we find like ammo or a health spray or something like that as well. So it's not just scenery. But do you think this looks half decent at least. Maybe. Dreams is acting up again. I just made a large object that fits with the grid completely, so I accidentally pressed reset grid and it just doesn't fit with the grid anymore. It's completely broken. Ah, damn. That's not good. A water dispenser. Yeah, I guess we could add another one of those. Why not? We love our water dispensers. Oh. This one looks new. I don't remember seeing this one before. I remember seeing this one. It's the plastic one for the commoners. You know, whereas you know, the fancy ones are clearly this is the fancy one. Yeah. This is definitely fancier. It's more durable, you know. Nice metallic finish. What's that? Saving disabled? Oh, it's because of the graphics. Yeah, that's another thing we need to do before we finish up this scene, sort out the graphics. So we'll put that there. Let me see. Where's our puppet gone? How did he get out there? I don't understand. He was in the room. How did he get through the walls? I don't get it. Come back here. Right, sit there and stay there. Right. Let's have a look. So, usually these water cooler things are pretty large, aren't they? Maybe not that large, but you know what I mean. Maybe we can do it like that. It's like kind of almost the same size as you. And we'll find some cup holders maybe, if I can find them. If not, I'll just make like two long cylinders with holes in them. I feel like I should keep making this a bit bigger. Right, I think that looks even better now. By the way, LB, I made some minor advertisement for your channel in my All About Me in Dreams. Ooh, very good. Is that a level that you're making? Could the reason for him moving be the gun? Maybe the gun has collision, so every time he looks around, the gun pushes him around. I guess, maybe. I usually do that, let's see. But that's only if I press L1. Otherwise, I don't really press L1, I'm just like moving things around and just if I copy something, you know, but I don't understand. Like, we never actually witness him leaving the scene, you know? Like, I'll be making a scene here, I'll do lots of things, he'll always be here. As soon as we turn around, we'll duplicate that, and then we'll turn back round, and he's gone. You know, I don't understand where it is he disappears to. But we're watching you. Don't think we're not watching you. Nah, it's just a template that people use to introduce themselves. I already uploaded it as a level. 100/300 followers special. Oh, nice. It's good to celebrate those milestones, isn't it? So I think this is good enough for a basic start to the environment. I think I'll make the, you know, instead of making the second conference room, I'll just do that on my own because it's going to be the same kind of thing, just sort of restructured a little bit. So I think we can either, I'll give you a choice. We can either make the freezer for the kitchen, or we can make the lab room. It's not the underground lab, it's just a regular lab. So I'll let you make that decision. Whatever you think you would like to see next for the remainder of the stream. He's a wheelchair angel. I know. We should probably get him a proper wheelchair room. Lab room. Alright, let's do the lab then. I hope people have made lab equipment, otherwise I'm screwed. Right, so first of all we need to... Oh. I think I reset. by mistake. Hold on. let me turn this off. And let's just... what the hell's going on? Excuse me? I don't understand, I'm so confused. I feel like I'm tripping balls right now. Look, the puppet's gone! I told you he's gone! Look, he just vanished. Where the hell is he? I don't see him. Look, he's over there. Why is he over there? He's stuck in an infinite death loop. How did he get up there? I don't even know. It's like Death Stranding, he just appears in the air. Stay put. Right? Right. So we need to, before we can save this, we need to lower all the detail. Yes, let's go. It's funny how some of the paintings are like, they're red, but the frame itself isn't really that much of a problem. I just hope it still looks good when I take this off. Looks a bit more fuzzy. Let me see. I don't want it to be too fuzzy, even though it's in the background. I think I prefer a lot more detail. Okay. Oh, what the hell is this? We've got like little spots on the ground. Right, I need to check this TV. Hopefully, it's not going to get too ugly when I start reducing the thermal. Yeah, it's really pixelated, but I think I can just paint over it. And like I said, you're never going to be this close to the TV. You're always going to be like this. Right, what's next? I think I've got like 2 soundtracks playing at the same time here. Right, so that's all the chairs done, get the table done. The legs take up a lot of thermal, surprisingly. Same with these parts of the chairs. Okay, and then we've got the windows. What else? Dispenser. Board here, but the board disappears, look. That's what you don't want. Reduce the door. These damn lights. Like I say, I'm probably not even going to use these, so... Well, I don't understand, look, you reduce the detail, they disappear. You reduce it again, they come back. I don't know, it's confusing. It's very confusing. See, it's like they appear, they disappear. It's like they can't make up their minds. What the hell, where's that music coming from? The subject music, the main menu's playing, and I don't have that in a jukebox. I'm so confused. Can you hear the main menu music? I think the game's glitched. Let me turn that off. As long as this doesn't ruin my red button, we'll be okay. Oh, you're kidding me on. All of these buttons are... Oh my god. Right, thank god for that. My god. If all of those buttons were individual buttons, I was going to kill myself. It's this bloody keyboard that's taking up the most thermal. Even the hinges take up tons of thermal. The camera as well. Look, even the actual camera itself. And it's literally just a dot. Right, he's got some detail here as well, which I can probably just delete, can I? Oh. I don't want a think pad, I want a think nothing. Jeez, how difficult was that to delete? So difficult to select it. But right, I think we got it. Just this laptop now, all over again. Jeez. There I am, adding all the thermal to it by accident. Right. I think that'll kind of do, right? Alright, so we're sorted now. Let me just save that. Wait, no freezer. Oh god, make up your mind. Look at that, my local saves are running out now. So that we might have to come to a point now where I need to start uploading everything online. That looks alright, just from the thumbnail. The floor really does make it come alive, doesn't it? Maybe a cloth rack, a clothes rack with a hat, or a hat rack, yeah, could be good too. I'll probably put that in next time. What the? Yeah, who knows? Who knows what was going on? Hey Dreamy McSteamy, welcome back. Hope you're doing good. Hey Beth, welcome back as well. I hope you're also doing well. We've finished this area now, so it's time for a wee remix. And in fact, maybe I won't remix this one. If we're going to do the freezer, if we do the freezer, then let me remix the kitchen, because the kitchen actually has the door that we need. Right. So let me remix this, and we'll make the inside of the freezer. You know, it's weird, I don't know what happened, but normally this scene's always dark when I come in. But for some reason, I remixed a scene and the darkness just disappeared one day. Just became light again. I don't know why. Okay, so let me turn these back on again. I think we're almost good to go. Let me just fix this track here. There we go. More local space update is a must. Oh yeah, we might have to wait until the PS5 maybe before we get that, you know. So this was the kitchen we made last week. Just a rough kind of look, you know. Is it blood? Is it some kind of liquid? Who knows? But you'll find out eventually, don't you worry. So we came to the conclusion that we probably need a freezer. So we're going to, this is the entrance through here, is the kitchen. And the other door is going to be the freezer entrance. So we can use what we've got here in the kitchen and create another door here. And then use this for the freezer. Right, so there's the other side there of our freezer door. If I can find a better freezer door, I'll make it. So like one that's more tough to open, you know, it's got the lock and everything on it. Right now this is just a freezer that you literally just walk in, but I could change it for a more of a storage freezer. So let's see, once we'll use this as the freezer. Let me just delete some things. Like we could probably keep some of these shelves to use inside the freezer. Just get rid of some of the things that we could use that in the freezer actually. still use that. Everything else we don't need, so let's get some of that thermal back, please. I wonder what the blood would look like if it was frozen. I think that would be interesting to make. Right, so we don't need any of that stuff. Maybe we still need the knives. All those burgers. I can't be bothered deleting all those again. I'll just delete enough stuff that we've got a little bit of extra thermal to work with. I might keep these just in case I use one of them for the freezer. So let me take one of these because we might use one of them in the freezer. There's a wee guy there, ready as always. And get rid of some of these things. Get the knives though, because maybe they would use the knife in the freezer to kill a zombie or something. So much mess, isn't it? And I'll take one of these shelves. Whether or not I use it, we'll see. So let's see if we can find any items that we can use for the freezer. Let's have a look. Type in freezer. I know most things are going to be an actual freezer. Oh, walk-in freezer loop. See, we keep finding music. It's a good sound effect. Probably just like hang on to this for now. It is quite good to use. I'm good. I changed my name from Astro Water to Beth. Ah, okay. I see now. I think your name on PSN changed as well, maybe? Or was it always Beth on PSN? I can't remember. Jelly, I know. Lovely jelly. Agreed, Dreamy. Luckily, it's not a huge problem for me as an audio creator, but it must be extremely annoying for people who make whole games and larger projects. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just going to have to upload everything from now on, and then just delete the local space and just work from the online space. There's no real drawbacks. It just takes slightly longer to save, and the only annoying thing is every time you save an online version, it adds like multiple versions, and I don't really like that, to be honest. I don't like to clutter up my version list. But other than that, it should be fine. As long as you're sure that whatever you upload online, you keep, because you can't delete it after that. You can archive it, just to hide it, which I guess is the only way you can get rid of all those creations on your timeline. But yeah, normally I don't like to create things that are unnecessary, you know. Oh, that could be good as well, couldn't it? We always seem to get Delirium for sound effects. He's always got us covered for that kind of stuff. Right, what else? Do we have any actual objects though? Right, so that's like in a kitchen. I don't think you would use this inside the freezer. This is more like outside to keep things cool. Do you want some ice cream? Lots of flavours. Just try to see if there's anything we could find. No, I don't think there's anything else. So, things inside the freezer. So, okay. So it's basically just like meat hanging upside down. Can we find like a hook? That would be quite creepy. Oof, yes, a meat hook. That's exactly what we wanted. What the hell? Hook swords? They're not very practical, are they? Right, I think I'm just going to use that meat hook. If you're a vegetarian, you may want to look away now. This is going to get pretty nasty. So we've got our meat hook. Now we just need to find our carcasses. I think I just like last time we typed in meat, and I think one of them showed up. The problem was they are like, I don't know if the graphics were perfect. Not perfect. I probably could do a bit more texturing maybe. I guess it's okay, you know. Has anyone ever hooked meat before? Did I hook it this way? Or did I hook it this way? Maybe this way? Maybe. Not got a Scooby. Maybe hook it like that. You think that looks good? So I'll try and make like a labyrinth of these things. So yeah, I wasn't sure if I should hook it that way or hook it this way, you know. I don't know what's the most appropriate way to hook meat. If it's that way or that way. Is anyone a butcher? Does anyone know how to hook meat? LB, are you able to put my newest track into the jukebox? It's called Micro Zorbic Cyber Battle. Cyber Battle? What? Is it survival horror, or shall we wait and use it for Super Alien Buddy, since that's more sci-fi maybe? Nightmare Grand, agree. I'm trying to make a big city out of paint strokes. Wow, just paint strokes. But the gameplay thermal takes up a lot. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, gameplay thermal is a pain, and for some reason it's ultra sensitive to music too. Yeah, just gets too technical, doesn't it? It was always Beth. Ah, okay, yeah, because I remember seeing your name in Dreams, but I wasn't sure if in PSN as well. I wasn't sure if it was always that or if you changed it at some point as well. I would say ultra sensitive, mostly because you just use tons and tons of timelines and keyframes and stuff, Isaac. Yeah, too much details. Well, yeah, but still, I've seen some songs that don't use any timelines or keyframes and they are still at like 10% plus. Yeah. My tracks are super basic. I get them to like 3% maybe, because they're so simple. Also, fun fact, if you open up both timelines from my Quasar track, the game gets immense frame drops on an OG PS4. Well, I won't be doing that then. You'll probably cripple my PlayStation. Yikes. Oh yeah. I actually interned at a butcher's, so... Well, if you interned at a butcher's, what way do you hook them? Do you hook them like this, or do you hook them like this? I kinda want to say it's like this, but just asking to be more realistic, you know. Usually you get cylinders of meat, so it's weird to hook up sideways meat. Cylinders of meat. Okay. So you prefer to do it this way? It's kind of creepy, I guess, so it could work for the jukebox. Ah, okay. I just thought because it was like cyber, it was like a sci-fi thing, maybe. What was it called? Guess I'll find it on your profile, won't I? I'll just search your name. R.I.P. and tear or tear, whatever you meant. Speaking of which, did you listen to the track I sent you, man? Again, if it doesn't fit, then you don't have to use it. Not yet, because I literally just went on Dreams and started the stream. So I'll check that out. Probably just as I finish this. In that case, add Mono by JD to the jukebox too. You're going to cripple my thermal, I'm telling you. To be honest, I'm not really sure about how to hang up meat. I know, it's one of those mysteries, isn't it? I doubt people are going to debate. They're going to walk through this freezer. I doubt they're going to say that they've hooked up that meat wrong. That's the one bad thing they've done. I'm just trying to think, because it's like, I don't know. All we've got is this kind of meat. See, I wanted to put in like, see if I put in like a pig, for example, you actually see the full body of the pig, even the head. But if I put that in Dreams, I feel like people will be like super against it, you know, and they might be like, this has cruelty to animals in it, and even though it's not, because you know they're already dead. I didn't do it. You want some water? He woke up. I think he wants some water, and I've got a glass of water, and he's so determined to get in. I'm sort of holding him back, but he's so strong. I know you're so desperate for water, but you're not getting my water. I need it. I need it for I need it for myself. It's my water. That's some good water. You want some water? You're not getting any water. That's cruelty to cats. You're not. What have I told you? You're not getting any water. No matter how much you beg, scrape against that glass. You're not getting it. Just accept defeat. That's it. Accept defeat. And go relax elsewhere. Right? That was proof. He was after my water. You're giving me funny looks now. You're like, that's my water. It's not your water. Come on. Calm yourself. Right? No! He's grabbing the glass with his paw. He's desperate for this water. Right. You know, I've already told you multiple times, this is not for you. This is not your water. Hey, hey, hey! He's trying to climb on the glass. He's so determined. He's so determined. Gotta learn. You've got your own water. Right? I'll give you some water soon, right? We're only going to stream for like another 30-35 minutes, and then you can get all the water you want, alright? It'll be like an oasis. I'll just throw a bucket on you, and then you'll be drenched in the stuff. How would you like that? Mono is not thermal consuming, LB. Oh, thank God. I mean, it's quite funny how many tracks we've already got. We've got 3 jukeboxes, and the thermo's kind of okay. But when we look at the sci-fi one with JD and PG, even the colourful platformer, those jukeboxes could not handle that many tracks. You're so determined for the water, you ain't getting the water, right? Just like cruelty to cats on stream. I'm depriving them of my water. I'm warning you, boy. You may be fire, but I'm more fire, right? Isaac's timelines are like, yeah, wheelchair, disabled. It's below 10%, I'm sure. Well, I guess if it's below 10%, maybe I can fit it in. Timelines and timelines are useful though, if you love timelines. What about timelines and timelines and timelines? Timeception, that's it. I do that sometimes too. That cat, I know. He's still determined to get it. I'm actually holding him back. It's like a raging bull. As soon as I take my hand away, he goes back. He just doesn't learn. He's too determined. Wonder what the thermal would be like in Dreams PS5. Yeah, that'll be interesting, because if you looked at that Unreal tech demo, of course we can't compare because Dreams doesn't use the Unreal Engine, so it's not going to be the same. But I'm sure they could definitely update their engine to do a bit more than it does already. But they definitely have to say goodbye, PS4 players, because we're moving on now. I do not want them to support the PS4 in terms of PS5 limitations, because the PS5 version of Dreams needs to really be the best version possible. If we keep sticking to the PS4 version for another, 3-4 years, then wasted potential. Just need to, you can still support the PS4 version of Dreams. Like, any tools that we get on the PS5, you can also get them on the PS4. But, I guess you're just going to have to draw the line at some point. What about timelines and timelines and timelines in timelines? That is a very interesting theory. Can you put a microchip in a timeline? Then you could do like a microchip that contains like multiple timelines, and then you put that in a timeline. Dreams needs fluid physics. It's not so good. You don't like it so much. I did that too small. Not too often, but sometimes they are needed. Wow. Is that just when you want to change the timings? Within timings, within timings, within timings? So you've got like a timeline with 0.1. Inside that timeline, you've got another 0.1 and 0.1. Yo, advertising. No, you get advertised twice in one stream. You're a lucky boy. I haven't even updated these pop-ups yet since the day that I made them. That's another task that I need to sort. Where are you going? I think he wants to leave. I might need to throw him out of here because I fear that he's gonna do something. Whoa, where are you going? Where are you going? It's like he was going to like rub his body against the monitor, and I'm like, the monitor cannot take that pressure. It's just going to keel over. You'll just see my camera go like that. No, I mean liquid. Alright, you mean liquid? Actual liquid that you can pour? I guess. Maybe they can do more things like that once they get the PS5. What else is in a freezer? Like, other than just hooked animals and stuff, and like, there's probably like some stuff that's in like some boxes. Let's see if I can put storage, like freezer. Nope. What if I do it the opposite way around? Freezer, storage. No, same thing. All I can think of is like shelves with some frozen meat and some boxes that have like smaller bits of meat, and then the hooks with all of the big pieces of meat. And what else would you have? I don't know what else you would have, to be honest. I think that's really it, to be honest. The freezer is a freezer, you know. I'll look for some better shelves. There's one shelf in particular that I like. This one, I like to use this one a lot. It just feels more industrial. This one as well. Like, for me, it just looks more realistic compared to this shelf, you know. So maybe I use it, maybe I don't. Same with these ones. I don't know where I'll put these. Maybe I'll put these like in the back. So let me see if I can sort this out. So I'll just stretch the wall over. Right. So I might need to tweak this a little bit. It can't obviously block the door, so let me do that. Gives you a little bit of space, I think, from when you open the door. But I've actually been in one of these walk-in freezers before, and they are very cramped, very claustrophobic. So I'll just make a couple of these. I kind of wanted to make it like a maze, you know, so it's like you have to walk around all these hooked up meats, you know. It's not like you just walk anywhere you want. You have to go like round a corridor of meat. So then if you try and escape, it's going to be quite difficult. So I want it to be like that. You go inside a freezer, you're like, you feel kind of weird, you know, like you don't know what's going to happen. So would you say that his body is like the same size as a cow's body? His entire body? I guess most people's bodies are like the same length, right? So what I'll do is I'll just hook these ones up. I don't know what I'm going to use yet, but maybe I'll just do like a variation. And then let's try and make like a labyrinth of this meat. And then obviously we'll have some of these. Don't even know if you would have these, because if you try and open that, maybe it gets frozen shut. But I'll put it there for now. Put like a couple of them maybe in the back there. Maybe I can get like a table near the back. Let me see. Can we get a metal table? A lab table. That could also work though. I might just take a normal table and then just change the properties of it. Let's see. Shiny, make it shiny. Make it more like that. Make it metallic. There we go. And then the same with the legs. Just in case all these legs have different properties, I'll try and do them all at the same time. Right. It's shiny, it's metallic. That's alright. Just leave it like that, I think. So we'll use this table. Nice shiny little table. Bring him over just to rescale it. It's a big table, isn't it? Huge table. Can maybe get like some meat, put it down on the table. And we can look at the size of that. It's an absolute beast, isn't it? I'll just move it over as far as I can put it. And then we'll get like one of the big knives. Like this, for example. Let's go. Put that down there. I mean, I was going to put it on the side, but maybe I'll just like leave it inside the meat, you know? Brutality. What else do we need? Just duplicate more of these, I guess. To the other side. Size of the kitchen. I don't want the freezer to be the same size, maybe just like half the size maybe. Once I do the maze with the meat, we can change how wide this freezer actually is. So let's have a look and see what we can do. So we need to get some boxes as well, but see, I'll move this one out of the way. Excuse me, and we'll just try and make it with this. So you can probably fit down there by running down there. So let's say we have like a few of these, right? Maybe like put them really close together, and then maybe like just turn it round a little bit. I don't know if this is how you could hook things up, but let's just go with this, right? So then you've kind of got like no choice but to go round that way. Let me just get a few more of these. You know, so it's kind of like a maze that you need to go around. And then you go around here. I guess that's all you kind of need, to be honest. I don't want to make too many of them. Block off this path here, maybe. Make these a bit closer in. Maybe just go like that. So you're kind of coming in here, but I'll probably block off this part with like a box or something. So you have to go around this way, go around here, come back round, get all this stuff in here. And it's like, see, you can't really see the door because of all this meat. Maybe when you get up to this part, maybe there's something you need to pick up here. It's all frozen, you need to break it free. And then suddenly you hear the door open or something. And you can't actually see the door because it's going to be like this. And there's going to be like a lot of, you know, frost going around the room, and all you can hear is like these cracking footsteps, like the ice on the ground. So you make your way around and you're like, who came in here? Who the hell came in here? And you go around and there's like nobody there, and then suddenly a zombie like opens that up and comes out to get you. A frozen zombie. That looks alright, so I'll get some boxes, I think. Brain in the freezer. I mean, can we find a brain? Has someone made a brain? That would really help. A brain. This is as close as this game gets to gore, by the way. Oh yeah, that's totally Mr. Brain. He has brain damage, jeez. Right. Brain point? What does that mean? He's got a massive brain. Oh look! Oh, look at that! That is a really nice looking brain, isn't it? I'm liking that. Oh look, and it's even got Pinky in the brain. And whatever the hell that is. Pinky and the brain. Mouse. His name is not Mouse. There's another brain there. See, it's got legs. Everyone just makes things and puts things on them as a head. Nah, he's clearly lost his brain. So let's take the brain. Ooh, it's so horrible, isn't it? Technically, the brain should be grey, shouldn't it? We know this, don't we? Try and make it not so grey, just enough that you can kind of see it, and maybe like change the, where is it? The hue, maybe to try and make it a bit more blue because it's frozen. Kinda like that, I don't know. Like, can you still tell that's a brain? It's a dead brain and it's stuck inside the freezer. I don't know if you're going to notice it very well. I mean, we could definitely do something with it. Like maybe there's a puzzle where you need to find organs. How disgusting would that be? So you have to find like the brain, you need to find the heart and all that kind of stuff. Oof. That would be really, really disgusting. If I put in heart, it's probably going to come out like love hearts and stuff. I don't know if we can find an actual Realistic heart. Well, there you go. That's something kind of like a heart, a bit more cartoony. I can imagine that the heart would probably be really, really difficult to make, like a realistic. Wow, we say that, and then look at that. My God, someone's actually took the time to make something really nice. There's some other hearts here. Ugh, I can't even look at these things. Right, it says it beats, by the way, so does it actually beat? Oh God, look at the state of that. Oh, how disgusting is that, by the way? Where's your microchip? Hold on, someone told me you can do like X-ray. Please stop. that heartbeat pumping was. Just turn it all off. Stop pumping. My God. I wonder, would you get moderated for this? Because it's just a heart that's beating, but I don't know if you're allowed to do this kind of stuff in Dreams. You know, I assume you can, but I think some people will be freaked out. This heart that's still beating. Ugh. Ugh. It's got a brain, we've got a heart. Lovely, eh? We're fully covered now. So if we did that as a puzzle, it could work. But it would be a bit strange. Like, why is there a beating heart, you know? Maybe it can be still, but once you plug everything in, the brain, the heart, maybe there's like a body or something. Like a Frankenstein's body when it comes to life. I don't know. I don't want to get too far-fetched with it. Dreams needs gravity physics. Yeah, I think it's got some gravity. I don't really know too much about the physics though, because I've not really looked into it. Have you ever used a game engine like Unreal? No, I've briefly used Unity, but it was a long time ago, and I didn't really learn that much about it, to be honest. And then you find out that it's John, Jerry, Steve. That's the one. Try making it a beige colour, so it still looks like a brain, just a very old and frozen. I guess, you know, I guess. Because brains are grey, you know, they're not beige. They don't have blood in them anymore. So they're a bit, you know, they're not so alive anymore. There, I hope that makes you happy. That heart is a snack. Yeah, that's like what Isaac eats for breakfast. You know, just gives a giant heart, some milk, some garlic, some onions, and he's ready to go. It's an organ, so I think it's fine. I guess it can be educational for kids, learning about organs. Yeah, and about how they can bring monsters to life. 8. I think brains without blood are beige. Are you sure? I'm sure they're grey. Are they not? Open up your scalp and let it dry out for a bit and then send me a picture. Some animal hearts are tasty. See, I knew it. I knew you'd go for it. I have tried a chicken heart before. Never again. Just tastes like a tough kind of meat. It's quite chewy, but not enough for me to say, this is delicious, you know. Where am I going? Right, time to fix out this. Let's go away more of the Silent Hill jukebox again. Okay, well I'm quite happy with this. We got our organs like you requested. Just need to get some boxes, but normally the freezer boxes, for some reason, they're white. I guess it's just because of the where it is, you know. The graphics on that look quite nice, nicely textured. Right, what can we use that is more... It has to be like a tough kind of box, you know? Bloodborne, I don't think so. Right. How come it's so hard to find a box these days? Battery box. Hmm. We could actually use that for a puzzle at some point. You need to find batteries for something. Yeah, I'm still trying to think about the gameplay for some of the puzzles. So naturally I'm just finding things now and again. I definitely need to put these donuts in at some point. Some extra food lying around at certain places. I mean, there was another box, not like this, but I guess I could use something like that and just like recolour it maybe. You know, because they are like this, like they are really white. So, like I could put like a stack of them here, you know. Hold on, let me just turn that volume up again. Put it to 5 actually. So I'll make like a big box like that, you know. Alright, that can kind of block you from going down that way. And then I can do like smaller ones that kind of fit in here. Look at that, you try and rotate it and it goes mental. Finally. Right, so let me turn it. I don't really like the flaps on it, but ah well. Right, I'll put these down here. Just get like a mix of them, you know. Like we did before with the storage room, just fire things about. And then these can maybe be like a bit bigger. There you go, randomised boxes. So I'll do that for the rest of the scene. Let's see, maybe put some big boxes in shoved in the corner there. I don't know if you've ever seen the inside of like a butcher's freezer, but it's basically like if there's a space, it's filled with something, you know. So this would definitely have extra crap here. Dog song. This is the highlight of your stream. There you go. These boxes can get stuffed in that corner there. And then we'll move this. Create the wall now. Right, we need to extend this a bit. In fact, maybe it's... Yeah, we need to extend both walls anyway. Okay. So I think that's like a good room size, so I'll just move the wall around. This is my backup brain. Yeah, I'll need to think about that puzzle. Like, is there actually going to be... do we actually need the brain and the heart for a puzzle? It definitely would make people a bit more, you know, nervous, I guess you could say. which is kind of what you want. Oh damn, I knew I did that. I knew I did something wrong. I was scoped in when I copied it, so I copied it inside the sculpt. I like to just make my own walls though, independently, just in case I want to quickly copy and paste them. Right, it's kinda what I need. Oh my god, look at that, look at the state of that. Right, move, come on, there you go. And then just move this wall along. There you go. So that's kind of like the structure of the room. Just need to put in some more these boxes in the corner over here. If you need inspiration, go check out the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack. The entire soundtrack is outstanding. I'll get some, obviously get a few more boxes in here as well. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. So obviously we'll decorate more of that. All the boxes on the different shelves. Obviously we didn't do the floor this time around, but I think it's kind of harder to find a freezer floor. What would you even search for that? But normally when you go into walk-in freezers, it is normally like a pale kind of floor. So if you imagine like something a bit like that, you know. 137, okay, something like that, you know. It's a bit more bland, quite rough. What was that one? 60 before, right? So yeah, it's more like that, and then the walls are pretty much white, to be honest. I mean, obviously that's not the perfect way to do it, but like I'll properly, because I was leaving the walls and the floor to last because I feel like they need a lot of detail, because unless you put like pictures on the wall and stuff or like wallpaper or something, they kind of look quite bland. But I think in this case everything kind of needs to be kind of like this kind of colour, you know. And I'll have like this kind of mist inside, you know, like this kind of white bluey mist inside. And I'll make a better wall because I don't really like the texture on the wall, you know. I feel like it needs to be a bit more clean. Kind of like the boxes, you know, like if you look from afar, they look quite good. So I might need to like increase the detail or something on the wall. But yeah, that's the general idea for the freezer. But I'll probably need to like change the colour of these because I feel like they could probably be a bit more dead, let's say, you know, like, so if you look at that, it looks like they've got they have a lot of blood, you know. I feel like it could go a bit higher, maybe go to like that. So looking at the two there, you can clearly see this looks more frozen than this one. So I think I'll do the same thing for all of those. I think that looks a bit better. So that was let's do 165 so it's easier to remember. That's what you do, small Who-Man. 165. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, they definitely look a lot more frozen now. 165. So we're, I guess the freezer kinda done, unless, again, if you've got any more suggestions for things you would like to see in the freezer. I think, other than that, I think it's kinda done. Oh god, look at that. I could actually cut up this one as well, look. You know, like make big holes in it or something. Ugh, can you imagine? Right, let's see, 165. Okay. I'm not going to change these because I don't even know if the heart's going to be here. We need to decide if we're going to use those as decorations or if they're actually going to be used as a puzzle. So I think that looks a bit better. So imagine we'll get some lights, and there's going to be like a kind of a fog, like a haze. You know, it's going to be quite hard to see. You know, so like if you're here, you're not going to be able to see through there. There's going to be a lot of fog. You don't know if something's going to burst out of the fog. You know, it's going to be quite hard to see. I think this is going to be a pretty cool area. I like that all the areas that we're making, they're all more or less completely different. Like the style of rooms, they all have their own unique features. So I think that's what's going to be most memorable about this game, that everywhere you go in this game, everywhere is different. Like we never copy and pasted a single scene really. The only things we'll copy and paste are like the bathrooms, just change things around. Some of the corridors, just tweak some things. But by and large, most of the environments, I think they're quite unique. Trying to find a metal box or a cardboard box. Cardboard, they use like a thick kind of cardboard box. It's like a white cardboard box. I don't know why, because I used to work in a supermarket, and in the frozen department, most of the boxes, like for fish and stuff, they were all big white boxes. I don't know why. I guess it just looks nicer in a freezer. Dog song, that's it. Or sog dong. That is totally a typo. I totally believe you there. This song gives me creepy vibes. Aye, Silent Hill was pretty good, but I don't know if you're talking about the dog song gives you creepy vibes, but yeah, generally Silent Hill music, very creepy. Maybe I'll prep a short prototype for a track tonight/tomorrow. Oh, what kind of track? Do you know how to get more views on creations? I posted a dream and only had 4 thumbs up hours ago. Now I have 8. To be honest, just send it to people. It takes a lot of time, to be honest, and you don't want to send it to the same person twice because then it becomes like spam. But yeah, you just need to send it to people, and it takes, honestly, it takes like a long time to send it to enough people, like an hour, 2 hours, you know. But it's the only way I find to get plays, because like my follower count, it's just over 400, and that's a decent number, but I think I can't really rely on it because the notifications people get, there's so many notifications, I feel like they would never find anything new that I publish. So I basically just send it to enough people so that it at least gets on the trending page, and then when it gets on the trending page I can relax and let the trending page do its job. I'm making decent progress on my schoolwork, so I might have at least a bit of time. Oh, sounds good to me. Never mind, it's fixed. Oh, okay, I see. Add an eyeball stitched into a piece of meat. Just watching you. That's more like Silent Hill territory, isn't it? Send it to the same person 45 times and then say, oops, sorry, sent it more than once. I don't know. That's a good excuse for it, I guess. I don't know, if I search for an eyeball, it might be a bit it might be a bit strange. Oh god, look at those eyes. Clearly we need these ones. That's the way to go. Hold on. There you go, look at these eyes. I'm watching you. Is that what you meant? Put an eyeball in the meat? Sounds good to me. There you go. That could be another Easter egg. You don't actually know it's there. So the camera's like this as you're coming round. Like that, and then when you get here the camera's like that or something, you know? Like just enough, like there's the eyes. I'll just make the camera like just out of view. So you never actually see the eyeballs. But they're there, and they're watching you. And secretly John Jerry Steve is behind this pile of boxes. He's just standing here watching you. And again, you never see him because the camera doesn't let you. Because the camera's going to be like that. Once you go over there, the camera's going to go like that, and you're not going to see anything. It's going to be my masterpiece, my hidden objects masterpiece. Put it like that. Oh, it's going to be so good, isn't it? It's going to be so good. I can feel it. Wait till we get all these scenes put together. It's going to be amazing. I haven't made any progress on the Untold Story. What? That's the one dream that you were making that has a ton of potential to get an MM pick. You can't give up. Just watch Abe's Odyssey. Try and do something like that in first person. Hide a Wario behind the camera. Maybe I should just like hide a Wario like inside the character. So he's always inside. He's like your heart. But you never actually notice. So you've been carrying around Wario, the spirit of Wario, this whole entire time. Plot twist. Those eyes look quite good. That's what we should do. Every scene we need to put John Jerry Steve in it, somewhere you can't see him. Put eyeballs. Put Wario. Put tons of things. And then people will never know. They'll never know. So I think this freezer is kind of done, more or less. I'll just duplicate some of these boxes for the other shelves. Maybe I'll put something on the floor here, because when you come round to these areas there's a lot of space, so I might make it so that there's a little something here to avoid. Maybe there's like some equipment on the floor or something. One thing I do need to do is make this a bit smaller, because it's a bit big. Maybe make it like that. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this so far. So that's 2 scenes done today, which I'm pretty happy with. And tomorrow we should be able to get the lab, not the underground lab, the proper professional lab, the public lab done. And I could even duplicate the lab and just make like two lab rooms that are together, and then just change some of the equipment that's in each of them, and maybe one of them has some kind of puzzle to do with the organs. I don't know. That'll be something we'll figure out another day. So tomorrow we'll continue this. We'll do the lab areas, which means that next week we should go on to the third building, which is the pediatrics for all the little kids. Put a creepy zombie clown in it, and then hopefully we can get that done really quickly within a couple of weeks, and then we can go finally onto the underground lab, and then some point in June we'll be able to say yes, all of the level design is finished, it's done, it's dusted. We just need to go back over all the areas and just properly detail them, implement all the collectibles, all the ammo, the health, the key items, and once we'll do room by room, and as we finish a room we'll stitch it together, test the game, going through all the doors and everything, without the cutscenes, just the gameplay. And so we'll hopefully get all the gameplay done by like the end of September, so then I can spend 2 months just getting all the cutscenes ready and putting all the trophies in and all the unlockables. So we're still on track to get this done for the end of November, maybe beginning of December. So yeah, thanks very much guys for tuning in. So we'll do more of this tomorrow. and then we'll continue our playthrough of Outlast 2 on Saturday. Unless I tell you guys otherwise over the next couple of days. Next week's schedule is pretty much the same. Monday, play streams. Tuesday, Wednesday, Super Alien Buddy 2. Thursday, Friday, more of this. And Saturday again, more Outlast 2. We're trying to think about how we can keep the streams going, but then give myself more time to output videos, because I think videos are still really important to the channel. But until anything changes, I'll let you guys know a few streams in advance before any changes are made. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and if anyone's around tomorrow, I'll see you then. Is John, Jerry, Steve an all-seeing God that rules over every single universe at once? Pretty much. Yeah, that's how it goes. I'm back. What did I miss? You missed everything, Joe. We finished the conference room, and now we've done like a meat freezer for the kitchen canteen area. Yeah, so take care, guys. Thanks very much for watching. See you later, Beth. See you later, Small Who Man. See you later, Isaac, if you're still there. Cugsley, see you later. My tech demo comes out tomorrow. Oof, good. I'll be playing that tomorrow then. Right, so I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. Bye.